Is concealer great for your eyebrows? Why not? I'll explain in just a second. But concealer is not just to conceal the blemishes, the under eye circle. I mean, I use this for, gosh, everything, to hide everything, to protect from the sun. If you're using a sunscreen, that's great, and you should. But I often like to think of makeup, like foundation and concealer, as like putting clothes on your face. So it's just that added protection. And if you drive a lot, that is another thing to start getting the habit of. So for those of you that doesn't like to wear much at all makeup, try to at least get in the habit of some of a good color. Go to an expert. Go to a place where you can get a color matched. This is Anastasia Beverly Hills Magic Touch Concealer. It's really one of the best out there because it covers like it's really thick, but it feels like paper thin. So yeah, for some of you that doesn't like to feel like there's much at all makeup, you like tinted moisturizers maybe, this is the product to try because it is so thin. Okay, so where do I use it on the eyebrow? You've seen me do this before with some previous tutorials on going around the eyebrow because this shows off the eyebrow a bit more, cleans any mess if you're using a dip brow pomade or anything that can be a little waterproof or heavy. It's not as clean as it can be, right? So by using a little bit of concealer, it really does help in correcting or hiding or erasing any mistakes. So here's what I do. I get a concealer, number 6. There's about over 10 colors. I'm using the Brush 18 round sable brush and just put a tiny bit. You guys, this is really all you need. Not much, really. So you want a stiff brush like this because it helps you to have better control. You're using that curved side of the brush. So you don't need much, just a tiny bit. So you guys know I have my brows tattooed, gosh, over 10 years ago. And I've had it touched up over a course of years here and there. And if you go to a right person, which I can't help you find, it really does help out a lot. I wasn't born with much, if at all, any hair. So in the 90s, I just sported the skinny eyebrow. But now, since it is better to have it thicker, you want to have as much hair. Don't tweeze too much. And if you're like me, and you go to a good artist, you can get them tattooed. Now it's faded quite a bit, okay? Here on video, you can see it much better. Now, if you're not good at filling in your eyebrows, try the concealer first because this could really help you, maybe not needing much, if at all, any color on your eyebrow. If you have your hair right here, you notice, I'm just gonna do this side so you guys can see the difference. I'm just barely, now notice the pressure. Everything is always about light pressure, especially on concealer. If you press hard, it spreads the color out. You don't have much control. So you want to press very lightly right underneath the eyebrow. I'm just cradling it right where I mostly see my eyebrows. In my case, is that tattoo. Yours might be, luckily, hair. So if you go right underneath, it almost looks like I filled in my eyebrows. So if you just do a little bit of this, and the rest, use your finger to kind of bring some down, blend it out. I'm barely touching that edge, but just down below. You guys, it makes such a huge difference. And here's something else I do. I never leave home without doing this, you guys. I always put it right outside the eyes, right around here. I'm in my 50s, so aside from using sunscreen, I need every help I can get. It's not about anti-aging because although I like to say we're anti-aging, we are going to be aging, right? So you want to minimize and slow that down as much as you can. So it's like putting clothes on your body, but this is on your face, on your skin. So if you're not much into makeup, you don't wear makeup, at least try to get in the habit of right around here. Because, this is where if you dry, the sun attacks, even if you don't. This is where we age or show the signs of aging faster, right? Right, ladies, men? Okay, so right there. And so now you're protecting your eyelid. You're also helping the eye makeup, if you're going to put any on, go on much smoother. If you're not going to put any eye makeup on, why not? Just throw on some powder and you're done. And honestly, after this, put a little bit of brow gel on right here. And that's it. You guys didn't even have to do any eyebrow makeup, just around it. Did that make a difference? If it did, please let me know. and definitely subscribe so you get this latest tip as well. And thank you for supporting me. I will see you guys right back here.